Hello, hey there, how are you doing? I hope that you are having a good day. My name is Sheila Bicknell. I'm Blue Water Oracle on all of my social media and my website bluewateroracle.com. And I thought I would pop on today to do a card reading. Which is what I do. I do intuitive readings using cards and without. And we've gone through quite a big phase from what I have felt myself, from what I'm seeing colleagues and friends posting. So I thought, let's come on and just pull a card and see what wants to come up for today. So in case you're wondering, what is this big phase? What I'm talking about is the high season, so high autumn for us here in the north, high spring for those in the southern hemisphere, which for us in the north brings in Samhain, it brings in Halloween, it's the thinning of the veil. So ancestors become something we really talked about a lot, connecting with ourselves. Because in the northern hemisphere, we're moving into the darkest phase of the year, and it has an impact on how we live and what we do and what needs to go within. So there's been a lot of talk in my own membership group when we pull cards for the week about that going within, about that grounding energy, but also about that balance between all things spiritual, planetary, star systems, the moon, the sun, and then all things us, human, on earth, the daily living, the requirements of living. So it's really getting that balancing. We had a full moon yesterday, full moon eclipse, a full lunar eclipse as well. So I don't know where you were, if you were able to see it. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you were able to see it, or at least have seen some of the fabulous pictures of it that have come out. I live just outside Montreal in Quebec, Canada, so it was just around the horizon by the time I got myself ready to move to go out and see it, but I did see all the amazing pictures and certainly felt the energy. So now we're the day after. We're the day after all of this. So let's pull a card. Let's see what wants to come up. And if you haven't had a chance to see my video for the November card, which is Tribal Spirit Dancer was the card I pulled for November, feel welcome to head over to my Blue Water Oracle YouTube channel and you would be able to see that video there. So let's pull a card for today. I work with a bunch of different decks. If you've never followed me before, you will get to know that I'm a multi-deck reader. I love working with different decks because they bring different imagery, different messages, and it's like different points that can connect together for us to read into or to work with energetically, mindfully, knowledge, spiritual, all of that. So for today in my world, it is November 9th and it is just after 11 o'clock in the morning. So of course we're working towards that sacred date of the 11/11, which is important for many reasons in our world. But the 11s are master numbers or sacred numbers. So we're bringing all of that forward. So it's appropriate that we're in the 11th month. We're looking at it's around 11 o'clock my time. And we're going to pull a card. So I'm just looking to see which deck wants to come on to help us to chat. So I didn't really connect with them for this purpose before, so we just let them play as they want to. Maybe more than one card, so I'm going to start with the Gateway Oracle cards. These are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn. So published by Hay House. So let's look. Sorry, it's a bit hard to shuffle on camera. And I'm using my cell phone, which for those of you who follow my videos, I don't often use my cell phone. So playing around with some stuff, seeing how it works, seeing how I can post. Mastery of technology is not really where I'm at, but I do pretty well. So I'm okay. So we get launching your journey. So when we think about a new phase and next phase, this makes a lot of sense, right? A new point, a new coming into of something. Launching your journey. I'll read the affirmation. It says, I'm an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So launching your journey, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So what travels are you starting for yourself? Today, this month, this phase, this part of the year, as we head into the next part of the year, what's the phase that you are heading into? What's that journey? Maybe it's an inner journey. Maybe it's a journey that's outside of yourself. Maybe it's with someone else, or maybe it's a spiritual journey. Get to know, give yourself that option. What are you launching? What are you going into when it comes to a journey? All right. Maybe you have your bags packed, ready to travel, Or maybe there's something else that's going on that is inward, and you're seeing the different points of view from within yourself as you journey into the world. So something to keep in mind. All right, what's that journey you're launching? And that you are an intrepid traveler. So even if you're like me saying, hey, technology, I kind of know it, but kind of don't. But there's a travel, there's a journey involved. And if we all breathe and relax for 2.5 seconds, we won't get so worried about the fact that the shadows are all weird and the lighting's a bit off and I've got shadows on my face and, you know, is it all perfect? Maybe we won't worry about that so much and we won't expect that from other people. Interesting observation to come in on this morning. So, launching your journey from the Gateway Oracle cards. All right, I'm an intrepid traveler. So what are you launching? What are you seeing? And the next deck that wants to come up for this morning, November 9th, my time, in just after 11 in the morning, is the Gateway Oracle cards. This is a deck by Ciro Marchetti, published by Llewellyn, as far as I know. Love this deck. This was actually my very, very first deck that I ever purchased in cards. Tarot cards, oracle cards. This was my very first deck. I had one other deck I used when I was very, very young, teenager, but it was not a purchase deck. It was a gifted deck, and it was not an official tarot or oracle. It was playing cards, but that's a different story for a different day. So here we get the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, beautiful card, the Nine of Pentacles. So you see all of the different five-sided pentacles coming down here, and they represent coins in some decks. They're the earth sign from the way that I read them. So safety, security, home, finance, all right? They can be all of that. Earthly connection, that groundedness. And we see sort of princess-esque type individual in front of a gazebo or in front of a gate. She's got butterflies around. The growth is there with the pentacles, and she has on her hand a falcon with its falcon hood on, or it could be a hawk with a hood, but I perceive it as a falcon with a falcon hood on. So Nine of Pentacles today, launching your journey. All right, great things coming. That earthly connection is very, very necessary. So if you're somebody who's spending tons of time in the spiritual realms, in the connection with the ethers, you need to bring down into that connection with the earth and the balance with the earth and your human needs, your body needs. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's goods, maybe it's responsibilities. So what do you need in here, right now, for you as a human? It doesn't mean you're ignoring the other stuff, the planets, the moon, the cycles, but it's actually getting to know the cycles in the earth, the cycles of your own body, your own needs. So this feels like a really abundant card, which is lovely. It feels like it's bringing in a lot of goodness, letting them flow. I can almost feel it like a waterfall, allowing it to flow. And in other ways, it's growing up, allowing it to grow. The point that wants to come through is in this falcon with the hood, that what is it that you are allowing yourself to sort of stay hooded about, maybe not see, maybe not allow yourself to step into that journey as much as you need to, as much as you want to. And this is the point to recognize that as much as in the image, she is not in control of the falcon in all ways. In the representation of the card, she is in control of when the hood comes off and the falcon is given freedom to do what it does. And when it does that, remember, it's a bird that moves really fast. It's a bird that has the highest speeds in the world, from what I understand. So when you take that hood off, are you aware is going to move really quickly in your journey, really fast in your life? And that maybe at certain times you're going, okay, that's going to be super fast. So I'm keeping the hood on because I'm not sure if I want to go there. What this card would say is, okay, so perceive it as the climbing up, or perceive it as the start of the flowing. What would be one action? What would be one awareness? What would be one step? Loosen one ribbon on that hood so you start to get the light coming in, so it's not full darkness. Because for you, it's not going to be a question of panic. It's going to be a question of awareness and opening and allowing and making the choices you need to make for you that works in balance with spiritual nature, with human nature, with earth nature, and also with the freedom and flow of all things. So hopefully that's a wonderful message. I love those two cards together, all right? Launching your journey, and then the Nine of Pentacles. Remember that anytime you're watching a reading or listening to a reading, you will have your own interpretation. You have your own intuitive senses. So take what resonates, take what feels right to you. Take what dots get connected for you through the imagery, through the words, or through the energy. And I look forward to hearing what these cards brought up for you today. Whenever you read this, whatever the date is, whenever you watch this, whatever the date is, when you get a chance to see this, why is it important for you on that day? I am wishing you well. Again, it's Sheila signing off, Blue Water Oracle, wishing you well in your day. Take care of yourself. Take care of the ones who you love. And remember to love yourself as well along the way. Until next time.